Hi there, my name is Todd Miller, better known as Tightwad Todd. I created an 11-part video series as an introduction to personal finance. This is the fifth video in the series, and today we're going to talk about setting smart financial goals. But before we do that, just a little bit about me. I am a financial coach and I work with busy professionals just like you, where we transform a six-figure income into a seven-figure net worth. I am the creator of tightwadtodd.com, where I post videos, have a blog, and also send out a weekly newsletter. So if you like my content, please subscribe. And I really created this series to help everyone get better with their finances no matter where you are today. And here's just a brief overview of all the topics that I'm going to be covering in the video series. And again, today we are talking about SMART goals. So by the end of this video, you will have direction on how you want to improve your finances. You're going to understand the SMART goal setting process and how important it is to break your goals down into smaller, more manageable goals. And by the end of this, we're going to go through an exercise and you will set a SMART goal for yourself and your finances. So, what are goals? Goals provide us with direction. They help us identify what's important to us. It doesn't make sense to set a goal to do something that you're not interested in. They help us stay focused. So when we review our goals often, they serve as a gentle reminder to go ahead and keep working and moving towards the things in life that we want. They also can help you measure your progress. They also assist you in getting started. If you set a goal to get better with money in some way, shape, or form, when you're reviewing them, then they kind of remind you that, hey, this is something I wanted to do, so I should go ahead and take a little action and get started on this goal. And then they also can provide you with motivation, they foster growth, and really overall, goals just improve your life, which makes them pretty awesome. So, what are SMART goals? Well, SMART is just an acronym, and the S stands for specific, M is measurable, A achievable, R relevant, and T time bound. So, we start with the specific aspect of a SMART goal. So, what are we really trying to accomplish by making changes in our finances? What are the steps involved? General goals don't really work because they are open to interpretation. For instance, if we say something like, I want to get better with my finances, what does that even mean? Does that mean paying off all your credit card debt? Does it mean saving $5? Nobody really knows. So, this is why we need to have more specific goals. So, some specific examples here are I need to pay off my credit card debt, save money this year, start an emergency fund, invest for retirement. The M stands for measurable. Measurable clarifies what success means to you. It puts a number behind it. It allows you to measure your progress. So, for instance, let's say you want to save $5,000 this year. As you're saving throughout the year, you'll be able to compare where you are versus the number that you set as your goal. Without a quantity, your goal is just too open for interpretation. Again, going back to if we don't have a number behind it, saving money can mean anything from putting $5 away to $5,000 away. So we really need to have something that we can measure. So here's a couple of examples. I need to pay off $10,000 in credit card debt. I need to save $5,000 this year. I need to have $7,000 in my emergency fund, or I need to invest $3,000 for retirement. A stands for achievable. SMART goals should be realistic yet challenging. They should give you a sense that you can achieve them, but you may have to stretch a little bit in order to do so. Unrealistic goals cause us to lose help and motivation. They just seem way too overwhelming. So let me give you a couple examples. Maybe you want to save $30,000, but that may not be achievable in 12 months, but you may be able to save 10,000 in 12 months. Paying off all of your credit card debt in 12 months may not be achievable, but there is some amount that you can do. Also, putting $15,000 into an emergency fund may not be achievable in 12 months, but maybe it is in 24. Maxing out your 401k contribution for the year may not be achievable, but you may be able to get all of your employer match. R stands for relevant, and is the goal relevant to what you're wanting to accomplish? This is a course on personal finance, so the goal really should be related to your finances somehow. Also, it's important to consider why the goal is important to you. Think about how it will make you feel once you accomplish it. And for a couple of examples, when I pay off 10,000 in credit card debt, a huge weight will be off my shoulders. I want to own a home and saving 25,000 will help that dream become a reality. Having a financial cushion of 15,000 will help me sleep well at night. Saving 20,000 would allow me to buy my next vehicle in cash. Man, those are all really exciting. They make you feel really good. And, when you have something that makes you feel really good, you want to work towards it. The final one is T for time bound. And time constraints provide motivation for us to act. Rather than hoping that your goal happens someday, it will happen one day. And goals are really just dreams with deadlines. So some examples here. I will pay off $10,000 in credit card debt by December 31st, and a huge weight will be lifted off my shoulders. I will save 25,000 by December 31st of next year, and will have the down payment for my first home. I will have 15,000 in my emergency fund by January 1st of next year and will sleep comfortably knowing I have a financial cushion. I will be investing 20% of my income by December 31st and will be working towards my dream retirement. Man, those sound really great. So, we've talked a little bit about big goals, but we can break our big goals down into smaller goals. So big goals can be very intimidating. We're talking about maybe saving $30,000 or paying off a significant amount of credit card debt. And that can be very intimidating, which can prevent us from getting started or taking any action towards them. But if we break those big goals down into smaller goals, then it makes it a lot more manageable. And the great thing about it is that we're still going to arrive at the same destination. We're just going to have more checkpoints along the way that make sure that we're on the right track and allow us to make course correction if we need to. So let's take a look at an example where we can break a big goal down into smaller ones. So in this example, our big goal is to pay off $20,000 in credit card debt in 2 years. So, in order to do that, we can set a series of small goals. For instance, we can pay off 5,000 in credit card debt in 6 months, and then another 5,000 6 months after that, and so on and so on. And once we do that, if we follow these small SMART goals, we actually end up achieving the large goal. And so it can also be helpful to break the small goals down until they feel manageable so that you're not feeling overwhelmed as you're working on them. So here's another example. Say, for instance, that I want to save $10,000 this year for my emergency fund. Well, there's a couple ways to do that, or to look at it, really. I could save $833 each month for 12 months. I could save $416 every time I get a paycheck. I could save $192 every week. I could save $27.40 every day. It really doesn't matter which one you do, they all lead to the same result. So it's important to pick the option that makes the most sense for you. So I also have some additional tips here for you that'll help you with your SMART goals. The first thing is be sure that you write them down. Also, you're going to want to look at them pretty frequently, at least one time per day. I actually have mine hanging on my bathroom mirror and I review them every time I brush my teeth. Anticipate obstacles that you're going to face. Learn new skills. You may be interested in paying off your credit card debt. Well, you need to maybe look at the different strategies that are out there to pay off your credit cards. Maybe you want to look into the debt snowball or the debt avalanche and get an idea on the things that you may need to do and the reasoning behind them, and then make a decision and get started. Develop a positive mindset. It's very helpful to believe that you can achieve your goals. Developing that positive mindset will propel you forward. And sometimes, if you're feeling like you're getting stuck or unsure what to do, just take the next logical step or just dedicate 10 or 15 minutes to the problem, and I bet that you'll figure it out. Also, don't forget to celebrate the milestones. So finally here, I want you to do an exercise with me where you create a smart financial goal in your life. So some prompts that may help you if it's not evident as to what you want to work on, some questions to ask yourself. What improvements do you want or need to make to your finances? Where do you want to be this time next year financially? What areas of your finances are you embarrassed by? Ooh, that's a good one. That could provide a lot of motivation to go ahead and get started on something. What would make you feel proud to accomplish? I like that one. What area of personal finance are you most curious about? If you had an extra 25,000, what would you do with it first? All of these things can be very helpful in helping you set smart financial goals. Well, that's a wrap for this video. Next video coming up is going to be designing your spending plan. I appreciate you being here with me and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.